It will be time to light your fireplace for the first time this season. We have a warning tonight about some of the most popular types.
In fact, newer gas fireplaces now come with a design change to make them safer, but that does nothing for the millions already installed in homes here and nationwide. Local 12's Paula Todi shows us how a little knowledge can help keep your family and your friends' families safe.
We visited the Steadmans on a pretty typical day, busy with a baby boy.
Oh, it's okay.
Who has two very active little brothers. It's something that happened to Grant when he was a year and a half old, which we thought would be a good warning to other families. He was very interested in the fireplace at the home of one of their friends.
Grant is just one of those very curious kids, and I saw him keep walking by it multiple times, and then he kept getting closer and closer, and I kept saying, Grant, don't touch, it's hot, don't touch, it's hot.
A fireplace like this with a fixed glass front can get so hot when it's on it can cause third-degree burns. Because they don't allow heat to escape, Consumer Reports says the glass can heat to over 1,300 degrees. It can take an hour to cool down even after it's off. Because of that, any fixed glass fireplaces or gas stoves made beginning last year come with mesh safety screens over the glass. It does change the look of the fireplace.
What are customers saying about it when they look at it?
Some people don't like it, some people like it. Some people come back and they say, it shows a more rustic look at night when the fire is actually on. During the day, it doesn't look as attractive, but I think safety comes first for children.
Installer Jesse Cole showed us there's a space in the new units designed to fit the added piece. You likely won't find that space in older fireplaces. You probably already know what came next for poor little Grant.
And all of a sudden I look over and Grant smiles really big at me and sticks his finger to the glass and then immediately starts screaming because he had burnt his finger.
With children in mind, the new mesh piece is now mandatory to meet industry standards and developed with the Consumer Product Safety Commission.
If you do have one of the old style fireplaces, there's no law that says you have to remove it, and you can sell your house someday to another buyer. But if you're having a party, keep in mind you want to keep the kids away from here or just keep the fireplace off.
The Steadmans have a wood-burning fireplace where the glass doors are left open when it's in use. They only light a fire when they're having a family TV night and watching the kids.
As a mom, I'm always aware at anyone's house.
But it only takes a second. And speaking of anyone's house, little Grant was at my house when he hurt himself.
Yeah, it blistered just a little.
But it hurt a lot, and I thank the Steadmans for letting me use this as a lesson which might help your family.
And if you do have an older unit, you have some options if you want to make it more child-proof. Some families are putting something like a baby gate around the whole thing, anchored to the walls. There are also freestanding iron and mesh covers which go around the fireplace. Also, some manufacturers may have a protective mesh piece to fit flush over the glass. You kind of Velcro it. However, it's recommended that if you do that, you need to make sure it's approved by the manufacturer of your unit. Cammie?
All right, Paula, great advice. Thank you. And we have a link to some of those solutions from the Hearth and Patio and Barbecue Association on our website. Just go to local12.com and go to the Get It button under the News tab.